Hey guys, so Made to Move Monday here. Today we're doing something a bit different. As you can see, I'm rocking this style right now. We're going to be looking at the toes. So a lot of people are kind of confused on what the toes need to do or why they're so important. But a lot of the times when I ask people to move their toes a certain way and they can't do it, they're just kind of like, meh, like it's fine, whatever, it's just my toes, right? But I can almost guarantee that if I took your fingers and I asked you to move your fingers and you weren't able to move one of them in the way that I asked you to, or you weren't able to do things with them that you wanted, you'd be kind of freaked out and you would immediately run to someone, a surgeon or someone, and be like, I need you to fix this because it's important, right? So the same thing is actually true with our toes. Think about how much you walk every day and how much this serves as a foundation for all of the movements you do. So essentially, when you can't move certain parts of your toes in different ways, that is, your brain has actually lost connection to your feet, which is the biggest sensory organ in your body. So most of the information that you get from the earth and around you, a lot of it comes from your feet. So we want to make sure that your feet can do feet things, right? So one thing we're going to look at here is, if you look at my toes, what I want you to do is try to just raise your big toe off the ground, okay? So big toe comes off the ground, big toe comes off the ground. It might not raise very high, or you might find that you have to really concentrate, or you might not be able to do it at all, and that's okay. It took me about 5 months after I heard about this stuff to really be able to control my toes. So I want you to give me 5 reps of just the big toe coming up. Then after that, I want you to do all the other 4 toes come up. 4 toes come up and back down, up and back down. And I want you to try to do this without dumping your foot like this. So you can see my knee and everything else twist. I want you to try to keep your whole foot on the ground, but just raise the 4 toes up, big toe, 4 toes, big toe. From here, we can also raise all the toes up and just put down the big toe. All toes up, just the big toe. All toes up, just the big toe. So what I like to tell people about the foot and the different ways that it moves, every time we walk, we have to push off of our big toe here. So if we avoid our big toe, or we kind of spin around it because we don't have control, or we don't have dorsiflexion, or we don't have the movement of our big toe, other things start to compensate, and that's sometimes why we start to see knee pain, or hip pain, or back pain, all because of the way we walk. So we want to make sure that our foot has control to absorb force, produce force, and be able to move in the way it needs to move. Especially, like I said, for running, for jumping, the most force we can produce is through that big toe. And if we avoid it, we not only miss out on performance gains, but like I said, we often find compensation, or maybe develop pain down the road in other areas due to that lack of function down there. So give this a try, see what you can do. And if you can't move it, it's okay. Just keep working on that every single day.